Hello, my name is Chad Miller, and I am a co-founder of ReddNSlymm Productions. And if you have not been paying attention to our page, we have a brand new series on the page called New Order. Now, to give you a little bit of a brief history, New Order is based on some fan fiction I wrote way back in the day, which was set in the Marvel Universe as comics. And so when I decided to recreate New Order, there were a lot of changes that I had to make. For instance, not being set in the world of the Marvel Comics. And then also there were some elements that I forgot, but however, the basis of this fan fiction is now being created into a series. Now, while I've always been artistic, and I did come up with some concept artwork for this series initially, I knew that I didn't have the time or patience to actually draw out every panel that I was hoping to do for this endeavor. So I tried to use some dolls instead of actual drawings, and created set pieces and props and things like that, which are very rudimentary, but it's gonna really give help, I believe, to the individual stories. The biggest thing about that is fashion doll accessories are expensive and primarily pink, so I didn't really want to go that route. So I created a lot of set pieces out of popsicle sticks and just painting and pasting and all this kind of stuff. So it does look a little cheap, it does look a little elementary, but I'm really hoping that it just sets a tone. While I do have some fashion doll accessories that I will be using, primarily it's going to be all stuff that I've created, which really lends to a lot of the personal attention that I'm giving this series. So basically in this series, I'm going to go through the process of creating New Order and its various different attributes, and especially characters and set pieces and things like that. So let's get cracking. The first character that I really want to spotlight is Tamar Best, and her name origin basically is I heard the name Tamar and I thought, oh, that's really a neat name. And then the last name Best comes from a family member, well, a few family members, but yes. So I wanted to pay homage to that. Tamar hails from England, and she is also a Wiccan. And for any of you that don't know about Wicca, it is basically an offset of the pagan religion, and it is recognized as an official religion in the United States. And basically what that means is Wiccans are magical creatures, basically. And while there are so many negative connotations about Wiccans and witchcraft, none of that is existent in the actual Wicca practice. There's a lot of protective abilities, casting out love, light, and good energies connected to the earth. And any spells that are created are for betterment of the world, nature, and society. As a Wiccan myself, I really wanted to portray a good sense of what it means to be Wiccan and sort of dissolve that stigma that they're devil worshippers or anything like that associated with certain symbols and practices. So Tamar is a Wiccan, and she feels that her powers are defined by her Wiccan beliefs. And to an extent, that is a little bit true. However, her powers do develop at a slower rate in the series, and there's an attribute of precognitive issues that she starts to experience. Now, Tamar comes from at least a decent line of Wiccan heritage, so that is certainly grounded within her and a big part of who she is. So to incorporate that into the series, I've added elements as far as things that are in her personal quarters. There is a poster per se, or a scroll. I've also created her altar, which is adorned with the symbol of protection for Wiccans, pagans, as well, and there is a date that is written in Roman numerals, which signifies the initial start of the coven that she is involved in via her family, which also is deemed Lunasage. Also, Tamar has a bit of a chest that she keeps all of her witchcraft essentials that aren't featured on her altar, and basically houses her cloak. And while the cloak doesn't actually fit here, it's a symbol of what her heritage is. And this is also topped with the pentacle, also the dates that her coven started via her family, and the family coven's name. This actually does open reluctantly, and like I said, she has a cloak, and I'm depicting that certain aspects of her religion are put in here when she's not using them. It's a huge pain in the ass. I didn't create this. Well, I didn't create this. This is something that I found and just painted, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. But it's good for decorative purposes. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Okay. It's good for decorative purposes. So there is that. So to start off the series, Tamar introduces herself as being British and has her powers basically based on her Wiccan beliefs, some of which is true. However, later on we discover that she has precog abilities as well. So as far as her character has been developed thus far, she has taken a liking to Scott Paulson, and it's kind of obsessive already, and she has already had a vision, which may or may not be true, about Scott's involvement with other members of New Order, and she also has a vision of a significant part of the future of the series. So basically what is going to happen with her is that in developing, or actually not developing, in her further exploration of her precog abilities, certain things come to pass, other things don't, and so she's kind of a little bit psychologically unpredictable, and that will be further explored in future episodes. So thank you for watching this episode on creating New Order, and I hope that you will be watching the episodes of New Order that are featured right here on this page. And if you like what you see, please subscribe, also like this video, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. Love and light to you all.